And I think this is also connected to what you said before, that then that's also why people find it hard to simplify the message, because often we know so much about our subject, our business, how we can solve a problem for our clients, that we think that everything is important. And so we need to communicate everything. But I like what you said, that if everything is important, nothing is important for the audience. And
so true.
And I can see, because it applies 100% to presentations as well, and to videos, and as you mentioned, to website. And actually, I heard you speak about and I guess it's something that you've learned from StoryBrand, the book, the Grunt test.
Yeah, the Grunt test,
Could you tell us more about it?
So the Grunt test is, now it used to be called other things, which are no longer PC, like the NAN test, I think was what it used to be called.
Oh, right.
But, that's not really fair. So I think that we call it the Grunt test because is it easy enough that a 12-year-old could understand it? Is it easy enough that, someone with literally no knowledge of your business, industry could understand what you're saying? If it passes that, then you've done well. And again, this is one of those things where people, they sort of forget that a video versus, say, a sales presentation, it has to be put into really simplistic terms. And if you use any kind of insider language at all, people will find it hard to follow. So for example, if I was talking about us, I would say we're a video, and this would be probably the wrong way to say it, would be, we're a specialist strategic video content agency working with high profile, brand marketers to create video content to drive sales awareness and customer acquisition, for example, right? Now, that's not actually that bad, but...
You find it difficult to make it bad because you know what to do.
It's hard to make it bad. But, there are certain words in there, like customer acquisition. We all inherently sort of know what that is, but should I really include that in a video? Isn't it just, we help you get more sales, or we help you, get more customers? And it's quite tempting to add in too much of those sort of insider terms that are very specialist to your company. And I think this goes back to when you go and present, or if you're doing an elevator pitch, you meet someone at a networking event, they might not be from your target audience. They might not be your ideal customer. They might have nothing to do with you and not even understand your business. So if you were talking to them, you'd have to dumb down what you're saying because they might not understand all the ins and outs and technical aspects of what you do. However, that doesn't mean that they're not going to listen to what you have to say and then refer you to somebody else. So it'd be like if you go to a dinner party and you meet a friend of a friend who is got nothing to do with business whatsoever. Maybe they're a doctor. Now, the way you might explain what you do to them is kind of the way you should explain in a video, because in the same way that doctor might refer you to somebody that they do know from the business world or from marketing or whatever, when someone watches your video, they might be able to refer on. So you kind of have to make it as simple as possible. And maybe just because when you're watching something, it's really easy to get confused very quickly. So you've got to keep it simple.
Yeah. And I can tell you, George, it applies 100% to presentations as well. I agree with you. It's not about being simplistic. It's really about finding a universal language that everybody can understand.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, for example, when we work with the clients, say that we need to create a compelling message for their presentations, and then they say something to me in terms of what they do, and often it's very complicated. I understand nothing about it, too technical, insider language, jargon. But then if I ask, look, how would you explain the same idea to your son, for example?
Yeah.
Then magic happens.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, themselves, they find a way to make it very simple, to make it engaging, maybe by using an example or a story, and it changes everything.